Well, this is the bottom of the ninth inning. We are here for the bottom of the ninth inning. Korea versus Australia. And amazingly, Korea just scored another run. And the scenario of this game is gonna play out. So tiebreaker, ranked by lowest quotient by fewest runs allowed, if still tied. So it's a very, very interesting tiebreaker. Very, very interesting tiebreaker. Australia needs a miracle. Australia needs a miracle. They absolutely need a miracle, Australia. Here's the pitch. 2-0. So right now, the way the score stands, Korea finishes this game and they win. They are the advancing team because there's going to be a three-way tie. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. 2-2. Now, why if it goes to who scored the lowest amount of runs. If Australia can score one run, just one run, and even if they lose 7-3, if Australia scores one run and they lose 7-3, they will be the team to advance. Fouled away. 2-2. So the team that wins this game, it is extremely important. And of course, it's come down to a one-run situation. A one-run situation. One-run situation. And what is about to happen? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Didn't go. 3-2. 3-2 is the count. Something interesting is going to happen right now. I don't know what, but Korea needs just 3 outs, and the score needs to stay the same way. It needs to stay the same way for this game. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. So again, Korea needs to win this game with this score. Korea needs to win 7-2. If they win 7-2, they will be good to go. If they lose it like this, then the game is going to be over. They're going to be eliminated. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3. Wow. A close pitch to take. Wow. 3-2 strikeout. Absolutely wow of a pitch right there. Here is the next pitch. Misses outside. 1-0. Wow. What a game this has been in the sense of who's going to make it. 2-0. If you're right now, if you're Australia, you need to do whatever you could take to, you know, get this run in. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's gonna get the zone. 2-0. 2-0 is the count right now. 2-0 is the count right now. 2-1 now with a strike after that pitch. So here is the 2-1 pitch. That is fouled away. Down to 2-2, down to the last strike. Oh boy, it's getting interesting. It's getting really, really interesting right now. The 2-2 pitch is about to come. 2-2 pitch. Misses up high. Another full count. Another full count. The 3-2 pitch is about to come. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Way inside. Ball 4. We have ourselves a runner on base. Again, Australia needs 1 run. Even if they lose, Australia needs 1 run, and they will be the team that advances. Just 1 run for Australia. Korea needs the score to stay exactly this way. If Australia wins, they advance. If Korea wins, still eligible to advance based on tiebreaker scenarios. So it's interesting. Here's the 0-0 up high. Both of these teams, it's if Australia gets 1 run and makes it 7-3, it'll go to the second tiebreaker. But if Australia gets 7-3, Korea's out, and it'll go between Australia and Chinese Taipei. So, it's interesting right now because what's gonna happen in that regard, Really, really interesting right now. And I'm telling you, it's no joke. The 1-0 pitch, that is hit foul ball. So we had a 1-1 plate, a 1-1 count right now. Oh boy. Can Australia score 1 run and eliminate Korea? This is how the way it works with just the runs. Australia doesn't even have to win. 1-1. Strike 2. Can they just score the 1 run? And we're having some technical difficulties in terms of showing myself on the camera on YouTube. I'm not sure why the scoreboard is not showing right now, but we're here for at least for the play-by-play. So we have the 1-2 pitch inside 2-2. Hey, you gotta appreciate the at-bats from Team Australia in this inning. I mean, this is it. They need to have good at-bats. The 2-2 pitch, here it is. That ball's hit pretty well. It's caught! Caught in left field. Wow. Or excuse me, caught in right field. 2 outs. Korea's 1 out away. 1 out away. Can Korea do it? Can Korea finish this off? Can they do it? Can Korea do it? Oh boy. It's gonna come down to a very, very interesting part. Can they do it? Can Korea do it? We're right there. They're 1 out away. And if they get this out, my prediction would have came true. Here's the pitch. 1-0. Australia is down to the final out. Wow. Unbelievable what we've seen happen. Unbelievable. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss 2-0. 2-0 is going to miss. Wow. Oh boy, this is the pressure of these baseball games. We're at a 2-0 count right now. Here it is. Popped up. First baseman's there. It's over. Korea has done it. Korea has done it. Korea has done it. They've done it. Korea, they are gonna make it to the next round. They've defeated Australia. Again, on YouTube, I'm having technical difficulties, but on Twitch, I know you could see just the score. They have done it. Korea is going to advance to the elimination round. Wow. Korea advances. For the first time since 2009, Korea is gonna do it. Korea has done it. They've done it, Korea. They have done it. Wow. Korea has done it. Unbelievable what has just happened right now. Wow. We have, for the first time in 17 years, first time in 17 years, Korea has made it. Wow. And just for you to understand the scenario, how much of a heartbreak this is absolutely a heartbreak. Absolutely a heartbreak. Now on YouTube, we have the scoreboard. An absolute heartbreak for Australia. Australia didn't need this game. And we're going to break it down real fast. We're going to break this down, the score. Wow, unbelievable. So, what I will say is the prediction that I made, it's to an extent, it's coming true. I made a prediction that both Japan and Korea in this, wow, the play by the shortstop, that is unbelievable. An absolute horrible play. Absolute horrible play. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh boy, Korea, they have advanced. Wow. Korea is going to advance. Yup, it's 100% official. So there's a three-team tiebreak. Japan is 3-0. They've already, you know, they've made it. They're in a new round. But now, why Australia at 2-2 and Chinese Taipei at 2-2 also? Why doesn't this team make it? Why does Korea make it? They have a tiebreaker scenario with who's allowed the most runs, who's scored the least runs, who's given up the least runs. And it happens that the Korea, they have given up, they've scored the most runs, and it comes from there. So, look, for Korea, it is absolutely tough. I mean, for Korea, it is absolutely amazing. Now, let me talk just Korea, then we're gonna go to Australia. Just Korea. Korea, they were trailing 6-2 in the ninth inning. If they would win, you would think, oh, they're good. No, if Korea won, if they won, and in the ninth inning they didn't score, it was 6-2. I mean, that's it. They're eliminated. They eliminated. They lost because that one run was the difference in the tiebreaker. Now, Korea scored, and let me go a little bit to Australia. How did Korea score? Wow. Korea scored with a really bad way. I mean, a really horrible play. Korea had, I'm gonna, tell you about it right now. Korea had 1 out, a man on first base. 1 out, a man on first base. That's what Korea had. And, the pitcher for Australia, he threw a pitch. It was a ground ball right to the shortstop. And I don't know what happened with the shortstop, but the shortstop for Australia absolutely booted the ball. Absolutely booted the ball. Well, my bad. Now he didn't boot it, but he, I don't know, he fielded it and like he did this weird 1-2 step and he just threw a weird ball to second base. Kind of like one of those throws, like the moment was just too much. The pressure was too much. And he threw it. And instead of a perfect double play, perfect, a perfect double play turned into ball gets by the second baseman, gets to the outfield, and now instead of game ending double play, first and third, one out. And from there, Korea knew what they had to do. They just needed a sac fly. And they just showed the play right now again. They just needed a sac fly. Wow. So, what a heartbreak for Australia. Australia started 2 and 0. I was speaking about that. I did both of Australia's first two games, and they beat Zekia and they beat Chinese Taipei. And I just said, look, you need just one win versus Korea or Japan. One win. One win will guarantee you that you're in. One win. And unfortunately, they couldn't get that one win. They came very close to Australia, very close versus Japan. 1-run game they lost. This game, they didn't even need to win. In the ninth inning, again, they went 7. It was 6-2. They had the double play and a terrible throw by the shortstop. Absolutely just dooms Australia. So the heartbreak for Australia, absolute heartbreak, absolute heartbreak. And I mean, what else can be said for them but other than it is an absolute heartbreak, an absolute, you know, unbelievable for them. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And wow. You know, the thing that's really, really tough is because, you know, you have to wait a long time for the World Baseball Classic. It's not like, oh, okay, the World Baseball Classic will be every year. It's not. The World Baseball Classic is once a year. Excuse me, it's once every 3 years. Sometimes 4 years, 6 years. With COVID, we missed it for 6 years. So, oh boy, I absolutely feel horrible for Team Australia. And I feel horrible that they had the game. And oh my goodness, on on Twitch, I'm over here live on Twitch and I just had my mic muted the whole time. Unbelievable. I'm talking for almost 20 minutes and my mic is muted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, things happen. I choked like the Australia runner, the shortstop. It was a choke job right there. I know on YouTube the sound's been good, but wow. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So, hey, I made a prediction. I made a prediction that from this pool, from Pool C, that was my prediction. My prediction was that both of these teams that go to Pool C, that Korea and Japan were going to win and advance. And that prediction has come true. It has come true that Korea and Japan are the two teams that are indeed, you know, they're the teams that are going to advance. And wow, via the tiebreaker, unbelievable how it happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the bracket already. Let me see here. So they already have it. Yup, it's set, and the quarterfinals are gonna start Friday, and Korea will be playing their next game this Friday. But they're the runner-up, so they're gonna be the away team. And now, who's Korea gonna play? We need a little bit more time, to see it unfold. But my prediction is they are going to be playing Venezuela. That's my prediction. I'm predicting that Team Korea will be playing Team Venezuela. So, you know, I mean, I'm going to show it to you right now. My predictions coming into the World Baseball Classic. I'm going to show you on Twitch. Let me see if it's working on YouTube so I can show you my, what I expected to happen. And yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties on YouTube. We're going to get it resolved. It's only showing on Twitch, but on it's only showing on, excuse me, yeah, for Twitch. So I had, actually, it's going to be um let me take a look at the bracket again, the official bracket, and I'll give you that. So, oh yeah, so my bad. No, it's correct. Korea is going to face the first place team in Pool D, which my prediction was the Dominican Republic. Korea advances to the final round. I mean, not the final round. They advance to the final 8 teams for the first time since 2009, 17 years. Wow. So Korea will be playing on this Friday the first place team of Pool D. And right now, it's looking like the Wednesday game between Venezuela and Dominican Republic is going to determine who will be playing in that game. That's what it's looking like. Now, on the other side of things, on the other side, um, Japan is going to play, as of course we need to let things play out, but whoever loses that Dominican Republic and Venezuela game on Wednesday, they're going to have to play on that Saturday, and they're going to play Japan. So we don't have anything yet for Pool A, for Pool B. It's still a few more days to know, but this is where we're at. This is absolutely where we're at. And the World Baseball Classic is getting better, more intense, and some miracles are happening. So for Australia, an absolute heartbreak. For Korea, an absolute miracle. Absolute miracle for Korea. I mean, absolute. And, now this is where it's at. It comes down to this, where we need to watch games today. Tonight, Mexico versus USA is going to be absolutely epic. I'll be doing that game at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, more games. Wednesday, from now till Wednesday, 3 days, there's some important games that are going to be going on. And I'll tell you really fast so that you can know before I get off. I'm going to tell you what's the schedule for today so that you can, at least know what to expect for today. So the first game's over. 7 for Korea, 2 for Australia. Korea advances. Wow. The next 2 games for Monday, March 9th, they both start at midday. And they're important. Now, Dominican Republic is going to be playing Israel. 12 noon, New York, Toronto time. At 12 noon again, Colombia versus Panama. And Panama with their first win last night. This is a must-win game for Panama for them to have a chance, because now Panama's 1-2. If they win this game, they'll be 2-2, and they have the pressure on. Look, I don't know if Puerto Rico and Cuba. Well, not that I don't know. Puerto Rico and Cuba, one of those teams is gonna go minimum 3-1, minimum, and one of them is going to possibly go 4-0. So unless, for example, the winner out of Cuba and Puerto Rico, that's a big one. Let me get to that. So at 1 p.m., we got Great Britain versus Brazil. What a tough tournament it's been for both of those teams. I hope Great Britain, this is Great Britain's last game. I hope Great Britain could get a win. Then that 7 p.m. game, we're going to actually start the stream tonight at 7, because we're going to do the Cuba and Puerto Rico game. So we're going to start tonight at that time. If Puerto Rico wins, they'll be 3-0, first place in the division, in the pool. If Cuba wins, they'll be 3-0, first place in the pool. So it comes down, whoever wins this game at 7 p.m. between Cuba and Puerto Rico, that team is guaranteed going to be first place. And my prediction was that Puerto Rico was going to go 3-1 and they were going to win it. So I believe, now, I'm going to be honest, tonight is a tough game, because if Puerto Rico loses, then my prediction can't be true. My prediction was that Puerto Rico and Canada were going to make it. And the only way that that can happen, Puerto Rico has to, well, let me not even, it's like that. The only way, because Canada has to play both Puerto Rico and Cuba. So if Puerto Rico loses this game, then both Canada and Puerto Rico can't make it. So this is a must win if Puerto Rico wants to keep the prediction of Canada and Puerto Rico alive. Just for that. Other than that, Puerto Rico, if they lose, they're still in a good position to make it. But of course, they would have to win their last game versus Canada. But, that game is tonight, 7 p.m. We'll be live streaming that. You'll actually be able to see me. Technical difficulties. 7 p.m., another important game. Look, it's Nicaragua's last game. Nicaragua versus Venezuela. Nicaragua's 0-3. And unfortunately, it's been they've had some really good moments, but they've also had some heartbreak moments, Nicaragua. And they've come so close to getting their first ever World Baseball Classic win. I believe now, if they lose, they're going to have to go to a qualifier to even qualify for the next World Baseball Classic. So that's tough. Now, Venezuela. Why does Venezuela want to win? Look, Dominican Republic's playing at 12. So who expects Dominican Republic to lose? Nobody. So if Dominican Republic wins, then that means Venezuela's 2-0, Dominican Republic's 3-0. Venezuela absolutely must win. And you can say that they must win. I get it. But because they still play the head-to-head, both teams could end up 3-1 if that happens. But if you're Venezuela, you want to win tonight. So Mexico versus the USA, that's the big game. We got Barrera versus Skeens, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. That's the final game of today, Tuesday. And boy, oh boy, I am extremely excited for that one. Canada lost last night, an absolute heartbreak loss for them. I gave my reactions, frustration towards how they swung the bats, their approach from the bottom of the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Those 3 innings that they hit, terrible at bats. I was just frustrated with them. But let's see. So, if in case you missed it, Korea and Japan, both of those teams are advancing in the World Baseball Classic. Both of those teams are advancing, and wow, what an absolute heartbreak for Australia. I mean, losing is always tough, but I learned this. It's not always about losing. It's about how you lose. And the way that Australia lost, I mean, that is absolutely a brutal way to lose, excuse me. Absolutely brutal. So, folks, the World Baseball Classic's been amazing. I don't know. I can't promise, but there's a good chance that I'm gonna live stream. No, not. I will be live streaming at 7 p.m. The Mexico USA games at 8, but I will be starting at 7 because I'm gonna be covering Puerto Rico and Cuba, and even Nicaragua and Venezuela. But at 8 p.m. it will go straight to Mexico USA. But I need to see if I could do it today. But I wanna do a video, and the video is going to be on why the World Baseball Classic needs ABS. There have been unbelievably so many missed calls, and I'm gonna leave it at that. The first thing, if for in order for me to do it today, I'm gonna have to find all of the content I need to back up what I'm saying. I don't want to just talk, but I want to show the proof. So if I could get the proof today, if I could get multiple pitches that are just balls and call strikes, I will do it. That video today. Other than that, if you missed it, Korea has won and they advance. If Australia would have lost even, but if they would have kept the score 6-2, which it was 6-2 in the ninth, they would advance, even if they lost because of the tiebreakers. But in the ninth inning, Korea, one out, one on. A tailor-made ground ball double play ball was hit to the shortstop. Go on YouTube, go and check this out. Perfect ball to the shortstop. The shortstop does this weird positioning of his feet, like he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the moment. He wasn't paying attention to the second baseman. His weird two-step, then this weird throw, like in between throw, goes to the outfield. Instead of the double play ending the game, Australia winning. Australia first and third, one out. Korea needs just a sac fly. And the next batter, Korea got the sac fly. So, hey, prayers out to Australia because they were 2-0. 2-0 and they needed just one win. And they couldn't get that one win. So, Australia, I feel for you, and, better times will come. All right, so I'm going to leave you with there. I'll see you all really, really soon. Sammy from High Expectations Sports. And